right now. I'm so pleased to bring in Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. He's also a member of the House Oversight and Accountability Committee. Congressman Jordan, welcome into Newsline. It's great to have you with us today, sir.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
All right, so this is President Trump's agenda. This is tax cuts. This is increasing workers' real wages, no tax on tips, Social Security, and yet we have holdouts here today in the last minute. Granted, the Democrats, pulled some stunts over the weekend, but what is your message to anyone right now who is going to block this bill today, Congressman?
I'm going to go back to what you just played. Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries said every single Democrat's going to be against it. That more than anything tells you this is a good bill, because you know it's good legislation when all the Democrats hate it. And they hate it because this bill actually empowers families. It empowers Americans, not government. And that's what they don't like. It gives tax cuts, as you point out, to families so they can chase down their goals and dreams. School choice provision in the tax code is now part of this legislation. Let moms and dads decide where their son or daughter is going to get the best education. It makes sure there is resources to keep the border secure that President Trump has done in the first 7 months of his presidency. And then, of course, work requirements for able-bodied people. Able-bodied people who are getting your tax money, your viewers' tax money. Guess what? In the future, if they're going to get help from the taxpayers, help from the government, they're going to have to work. That's good for taxpayers. That's good for our economy. Maybe most importantly, it's good for that individual. So that is why we should support this legislation. Democrats don't like it, but they don't like it because it empowers families and people and is consistent with what we campaigned on.
Yeah, and I love Steve Scalise here on Newsmax last night saying the 35-year-old playing video games in his mother's basement, work requirements. Sorry, if you're able-bodied, you're going to get out there. All right, pulling out, though, and looking at where we are. The other thing is those who are opposing, I know, like MTG is saying, they don't have the votes, you don't have the votes. But what's the other solution? That's the thing. If you're going to kill this, then, a lot of folks are saying you don't have another alternate solution. And this right now is a matter of a function of getting it across the finish line when you don't need Democratic votes, when you have the House and the Senate, the upper chamber, all with the GOP.
It was 50-50 in the Senate. What are we going to do? I mean, you can't have a tighter margin. The vice president had to come in and break the tie. I don't know. And the people who voted against it were on the moderate side. We're talking about Senator Collins, Senator Tillis. They voted against it. So we're going to vote now as conservatives. We're going to vote against a bill that Senator Lee, Senator Johnson, Senator Scott, Senator Lummis, Senator Cruz, conservatives in the Senate voted for. I just don't see how that happens when the margins are so tight for us in the House and for us in the Senate. I think we probably got as good a product as we're going to get. And again, I think it's good legislation. The other thing I would point out is politics is like sport. Momentum matters. And right now, all the momentum is on our side. I mean, the president has secured the border. We had this amazing operation in Iran. We have, all the other things that happened in NATO where the countries are now going to ante up 5%. So we're on a roll, and now we're going to stop this legislation, which, again, lets families keep more of their money. I think we got to be careful about that. I think it's best if we just pass this and get moving and keep moving on the things we told the voters we were going to do.
You think there are the votes today? Quick yes or no before I ask you about another subject here.
I do. I think we'll get there. I mean, we got this rule vote, this procedural vote first, which is coming up here sometime soon. If we get past that, I think we're going to be fine. But we got to get past that. So I think we will. I certainly hope we will.
Real quickly, you mentioned the no's over in the Senate. Tillis was one of them. Tom Tillis, North Carolina. He's not going to be running. Laura Trump is considering it, according to reports. What do you think about the president's daughter-in-law, perhaps? So give us your thought. Would she be the person you would like to see?
I think she'd be great. And if she wants to do it, I think she'll be the nominee, and I think she'll win. If she doesn't, there's all kinds of other great people as well. There's Mike Whatley, the chairman of the RNC. There's a number of colleagues, whether it's Dr. Murphy, whether it's Richard Hudson, number of new members from North Carolina. A lot of good colleagues there. Any of them would be great, I think, in the United States Senate as well. But I think Laura Trump is probably the favorite, and we'll see if she wants to do it, but she'd be great.
And with everything going on with Thomas Massie now in the back and forth with President Trump, would you suggest some of your colleagues who are voting no that could also go their way as well today, Congressman Jordan?
The vote of the members is their vote. That's between them, the good Lord, and their constituents. But what I've would like to focus on is what I think is so good in this legislation. Should we have saved more money? Of course. But again, we got a small majority in the House, a small majority in the Senate. I think this is a good bill. I think it does what we told the voters we were going to do. I always say, we make the job too complicated. What did we tell the voters we were going to do when we ran for the job? If we get elected, go do what we said. No one does it better than President Trump. This bill does it too. It says we're going to make sure your taxes don't go up. We're going to cut taxes on tips and other things. We're going to recognize parents should be deciding where their kids go to school. And it secures the border and puts work requirements in place. I think those are 4 fundamental, common sense, conservative principles that are in this legislation. So let's get it passed.
Certainly a big day ahead. We appreciate you joining us right here today, Congressman Jim Jordan. Good to have you with us. Thank you.
Thanks.